Hi, and welcome to our Thursday tip session where I show something from this week's questions from clients. So if you've got a question, please let me know and try and increase your knowledge in one of the Microsoft applications. So today, or this week, I was actually running a tutorial and I had a slide deck prepared. And one of the things I was doing was showing somebody how to use a shortcut key. And they said, so where is that on the keyboard? So at that point, and excuse me here where I'm just going to flick, I flicked down to the last slide in the deck, knowing that I actually had 20 slides in the deck. So this was slide 21. And I showed that, and then I was back at the slide where we were doing the work. And they said, how did you do that? So I do that through creating an action button or a link button. So to do this, there are basically 4 steps you need to do. One is create the slide deck that you want. So this means by creating these action buttons, you don't actually have to have the slides in chronological order. You can create links between those. Once you've created your deck, then put an image into the slide or slides where you want them to actually manage your jumping around. And to do that, I'm going to do insert, and I'm going to use the little icon for that. Then we're going to go back into the insert command, and you can either create a link or an action. So the difference between the two is links are more about the internal and the Microsoft applications, where an action button is what it does is allow you to run other programs, etc. So I'm going to use the action button just so that you can see, and then when I go to come back, I'll use a link so you can see how both of them work. Once you use either link or action, you select the appropriate link that you want or the appropriate slide that you want to use, and it's all done. But remember, to actually test this out, you must be in presentation mode. So first thing I'm going to do here is simply press my escape key. And from here, I'm back in PowerPoint, as you can see. I'm on that first slide. So I'm going to jump to our second slide here. And I'm going to put this image in that I think is appropriate. So it could be your logo. It can be any image you like. So to do that, from the Insert tab, from the Illustrations group, I'm going to go to an Icons. And because I want to be able to show people a keyboard, I will look for a keyboard here. And I'm just going to pick this one and say Insert. So it puts in a little image. I'm just going to drag it and drop it over to here and make it a little bit bigger so that it's nice and easy. Or you could make it quite discreet if you like, a nice little image. Wherever you want to put that image, you can do it. Now, what I want to do, as you can see on that left-hand side, is, sure, I've only got 4 slides today. I want to be able to click on this image and take this and link this onto slide 4. So to do this, what I'm going to do from here, I'm just going to move this up, is click in here again. From the ribbon, going to Insert, and I apologize that my screen's so cramped up here, but I'm going to go to the Links group, and here I'm going to put in a link. So let's use the link one to go down, and then we'll use the action one to come back. So by clicking on Links, it opens up the hyperlink dialog box. So from here, what you'll find is you can link out to other Microsoft products that you've got running here. You can browse certain pages that you've been to, etc. But what I want to link to is a place in this document or this presentation. So what it does is it shows you each of the slides that you've got, the titles. So you can do things like first and last clicking on this. But I'm going to here click on slide number 4. It shows me a slide on it. Now, you can show it and return. I'm not going to use that today, but I'm going to click on OK from here. So what that's done now is on this little guy, and let's try it. If I go back into my presentation here and click on this, notice how it takes me down to slide 4. So what I want to do is now have a returning button here so that it takes me back up to this slide. So again, I'm going to go out into PowerPoint. I'm going to come down to slide 4 here. And this time again, I'm going to put in a little icon here. I'm just going to put 4. So it'll go through and find all different 4s. Again, you can use any image that you like. I'm going to go insert. So it's dropped it. And I'm just going to drop this down in that bottom right corner this time. Again, what I'm going to do is come back to the insert tab. Now you must be selected that image to start with. So from the insert tab, back into the links group, and this time I'm going to use the action. So by clicking on action, the interesting thing that this one does is that you can either set this up to be on the click, or when you glide your mouse over it, you don't even have to click on it, and it will create that return action for you. Again, you can see it'll do a hyperlink into existing slides that we've got. And as I said before, it does allow you to run other applications. You can play a sound. I always get quite concerned about this because you don't want to overtake what you're actually doing. And again, you can turn on a highlight when your mouse is over that. So I'm going to leave it as the mouse over. I'm going to do a hyperlink to, and I'm going to take it back to, and if you go to slide, you can then specify which of the slides you want it to return to. Okay, and okay. So again, you need to be in that presentation mode. And you may have noticed that I'm using the reader view rather than presentation. Sometimes I don't like the presentation view because I find that what it's actually doing is taking over 2 screens where I don't want it to do that. So I'm just going to click on that reader view again. And now, did you notice how quick that was? I just moved the mouse onto it and it took it there. So if I click on the keyboard, it takes me back. But if I move my mouse onto it, it takes me back to where I was. So that's our session today, just showing you how you can use action buttons or link buttons to move backwards and forwards. As I said, I personally use the action buttons a lot because I generally want to be able to just move my mouse to somewhere, and instead of clicking on it, I want it to just jump down there straight away. So I hope that's helpful for you. Please, at any stage, jump into our sessions. Any of the sessions we do on Thursday, the tip sessions, can always be found in both Facebook and YouTube, or from our website. You can go back and see any of our other sessions that we've got. Whereas our content that we do on Tuesday is live. So when it's live, again, you can join us from Facebook or YouTube. However, the content will then be taken to our members group, which can be accessed for our members from the members area. So at any stage, please drop a line to me. This is my email address down here, mhamer@smartlearning.com.au, and let me know if I can help you with a tip. Have a great day. Thank you.